Trevor.
What is going on, fellas?
Throwing it back to the conference preview intros. Let's go. All right.
We don't have any other one that we can use, so.
What do you mean we don't have any other one we can use?
Oh, I guess there's that one.
Yeah, you don't like that one though, but you're just afraid to say it.
Well, it is what it is. We'll never know.
Yeah, we know. But yeah, it's a great day to be alive.
Indubitably.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? You're good after that Hoosiers win.
Oh yeah, no sweat at all. Team total 84.5. I hope it hit. Oh wait, it did with like 13 minutes to go in the game. Insane.
Penn State's ass, booty cheeks.
Lamar Wilkinson.
That free money to fade. They're
Lamar
fucking
Wilkinson
like freshmen.
setting records, by the way. Lamar Wilkinson, 10 3-pointers, sets the Indiana record all time. Shout out Lamar Wilkinson, 44 points.
And
unbelievable.
Most points in Assembly Hall. Is that what I heard? I know
Correct.
It's eighth in Indiana history, but I heard it was the most points in Assembly Hall.
Yep, 44 points, 113, 10 for 16, I think, or excuse me, 10 for 15 from three. He was absolutely clipping, as they say. Let's go, Hoosiers. You guys got the 15.5. I took the team total over, right?
Yep. Just cash them all. Why not?
Yep.
Just goes to show you, doing good deeds will pay you back. Him sending some of that NIL money back to Sam Houston State. Look at him now.
Great call. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good day. So I'm sitting at 8-5 on the day. I got 2 games left. UConn -4.5, and then USC -16.5 to close the day out. So USC's kind of flirting around that number. They're there, and UConn's been up and down, but they're up 61-57 currently. What do you guys have anything left currently, and how are you guys doing today?
I got UConn. UConn left. Not a bad day. I mean, Michigan and that Michigan game fucked me. I had Villanova, and then I had over 150.5. That lost, and then Rhode Island loses by the hook also, and then Ohio State pissed down their leg late. They were given multiple chances. Couldn't get it done. So,
but you're up on the day, right?
But you're up on the day.
Yeah, a little bit. Would have been nicer if I would have got one of those instead of getting butt fucked by.
Just so you know, Trevor is
focus on the wins, my guy. Focus on the wins.
See what this is? The glass is empty always for Trevor. He could be fuck. I'm 8-6, but he wants to be like 14-0 every night.
Yep.
No, he would be. I swear, he would be 14-0, and he'd be like, "God fucking damn it! Why didn't I bet that damn Southern Illinois Sacred Heart game? I knew I should have pulled the trigger. I could have been 15-0."
Oh yeah, you gotta always room for improvement. 8-6 doesn't tickle my fancy at all.
Yeah, but but it's a long game. You gotta maybe sniff the roses once in a while because it comes back to you. It's positivity manifesting.
Whenever I say I've been doing well, I get fucked. So I'm always in a constant state of negativity. It's better for my mind state.
All right. Well, different strokes for different folks. 8-5 today. Looks like Elliott's 7-4, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, any bets left?
7-4 cashed out. Well, didn't actually cash out, but no bets left. So we'll take the positive. Was 7-2. Lost my last 2. It is what it is. Hopefully, if anybody was on that San Diego USC game, they kind of followed. I told if you like San Diego, take the first half. You're seeing kind of why right now. USC seems to be running away with it. You'd be sweating it out, but it was that San Diego first half plus the 8.5, 9 was free. They were basically in it. I think tied 38-38 at half. So I didn't pull the trigger on it. I actually just I picked USC minus 16.5, but no bet. So, but yeah, overall good day. 7-4 in the green. Can't complain.
Sounds like a winning day for the Pump Fake Pod. We'll recap some of these games for sure because we had some good ones, but it's all in the green today for the Pump Fake Pod. And my no bets, if you guys tailed any of my no bets, I don't know if you did, but they went 7-1. So unfortunate. I don't look at things like that. Happy that the bets I had were all in the green and people are happy. So another day, and I'm back in the 30-unit win column. Keeping the ball and train rolling. It's a long game. Keep hucking bets, half units. We're hitting 1,000 bets here by the end of December. So,
damn.
And I want to say shout out to Jews. Very sorry to hear about that loss. It is never easy. Our pets are like babies, and they are such a ball of love, and they give us so much hope and joy. And I'm really sorry to hear that. And sound like you guys had a great life with him and great memories. And I'm really sorry to hear that, the Juice. So I was meaning to reach out to you.
Sorry about that, man.
And post today and bummed me out. So really sorry. So
that's tough.
Everyone gives the Juice some love and wish you and your family some wishes. So that's horrible. Be praying for you guys.
Yeah, never easy, but hopefully we can talk some ball, and it ain't gonna get better, but at least we can tune it out for a little bit, chop up some ball, and make you smile, make you laugh, saying some ridiculous shit. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to you, man. That's never easy.
Never easy. They're our family, and it's
Hopefully, keep you distracted for a little while at least. At least do something, but that's it's never easy. Sorry,
remember those memories, and always hold those tight for sure. It's horrible. Don't know how to move on. It's always tough to move on and transition from that, so don't want to abruptly transition. But you guys got eyes on Ohio State, Illinois, the over 157.5. It did cash. The rhythm play of the day, 18-8. Now moving forward, if you didn't know, we've been doing a rhythm play of the day because we are sponsored by Rhythm, and the over 157.5 hit with pretty somewhat ease. It ended with 168. It was chucking along there. The live total was always around 170 for a good part of the second half, and sure enough, it ends at 168. So the pace was there, shots were firing, and Rhythm does a good job again with their totals. So shout out Rhythm, and use them to sign up for with using our promo code PFP25, and that's rhythm.ai on the App Store, rhythm.com as well. And they've been chucking up. Like I said, this is what they wanted to do. They were college basketball modelers, and now you have the college basketball model with totals, spreads, money lines, you name it. They give you the signals and win percentage as well. We've been enjoying this tool, and hope you guys have been able to as well.
Yeah. If Denny's wanted to sponsor, that'd be sick. I love a good all-you-can-eat pancake at 1:30 in the morning, coming home from the bar, or a little cruise around with your friends if catch my drift. It's always a good time. Well, anything else about today, or should we just hop into tomorrow?
That Buffalo UMBC game.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Incredible win. I'll take a unfortunate loss or two, because that should not have been a win for us.
No. But good teams find a way to win, and they willed it. And I mean, come on, can't skip over a freaking buzzer beater in Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I mean, we lost this minus 7.5. They almost came back and covered. But let's go. Great absolute play. Looked like he was floating through the air, hits the back of the rim, in through the net. And what a scene at the Jimmy V Classic. Unfortunately, not well attended. I guess BYU and Clemson at Madison Square Garden, but still, UConn, Florida kind of fell flat a little bit too. So unfortunate there, but hey, they're giving good games at least, and BYU with an absolute classic and enshrining their destiny and buzzer beater into the history of college basketball. That was awesome.
Yeah, hell of a game. Thank you, Clemson, for at least hanging on and having such a huge first half lead. Losing that 7.5 would have been who knows. I'm glad we don't have to deal with it or know what would have happened. But that got sweaty. Some clutch buckets down the stretch from Clemson to at least get the cover. But yeah, it's been a great. I mean, the game's been solid. Rhode Island McNeese was pretty damn good. Didn't end well. Congratulations if you got Rhode Island plus 2.5. I play the 1.5 and they lose by 2. So the way she goes, but hell of a game. McNeese, weird spot, conference play, sandwich spot, and on the road up in Rhode Island, still get it done. Props to them. Archie Miller, you're a bum.
Point in case. And shout out McNeese. I think that was more of a testament to what McNeese did and what the team that they've prevailed. And I don't know if you guys took West Virginia minus 24.5. That was easy. North Carolina Central plus the 40, whatever. That's why we wait till the morning. And how can we forget about this one real quick? Bucknell money line. I even put on the pick sheet maybe one last time, and they won 56.
Whoa. Don't give them too much credit.
They won 51-38. They were up 26-16 in the first half, and then they were up 32-16. And then I looked and it was 33-32. I was like, what the hell? And then I looked again. I didn't watch this game. I was boxed for watching this game. And then it was 51-38, Big 12 football score, Bucknell and Ryder. Let's go.
Yeah, that was incredible. I'll also shout out Ken. I know me and him, we were on Howard plus the 4. I even on the money line on the money line too. Wrong team favored, as both me and Ken thought.
Yep.
Got a little sweaty down the end for the money line. Plus 4 was kind of always sweat free, but they'd built out a double-digit lead for most of that game. And then it got pretty close down the stretch. But shout out Howard. That was a fun little game. Nice little cash. And then another little plus 4.5 for underdog that came through, Stony Brook at home outright against Columbia.
Columbia nerds are worried about finals. They didn't give a fuck to play ball.
Yeah, and that line just kind of was a Stony Brook spot, pump fake pot. All love Stony Brook. Shout out to you guys for actually betting it. I no betted Stony Brook, but I did bet Brown. Brown got it done. I think we talked about. And then also South Dakota State. They only beat Ball State by like 4 or 5. They were covering at one point, but Ball State fought hard in the bird's nest, man. That's for damn sure. But who cares about that game? Those teams stink. I watched South Dakota State. They stink.
Yeah, that was my one bummer bet of the day. It just never even really had a chance, and it wasn't. I just kind of box score watched it. Didn't even watch the game. But can we talk about Michigan? Holy shit!
Have to talk about Michigan. I mean,
grab futures.
Hand up. We got cute. This team's beating teams by 40, whoever you are, no matter what. And they kind of laid it down. Their team total was 88, finished with 89. But man, they're going to beat the crap out of teams this year. They are maybe the best team in the country. Them, Iowa State, Gonzaga, a couple other teams maybe. But I think right now those two are proven that they're at the top, Iowa State and Michigan. And give me Michigan right now for sure.
The crazy thing about that game too is Michigan,
Duke, I guess.
Michigan put up 89 points and they shot 9 of 33, good for 27% from the 3. Didn't even shoot the 3 well. We thought, maybe Villanova would shoot the 3 decently, or I did at least. And then I thought that Villanova's 3-point defense is terrible. We thought maybe Michigan might shoot it well. Neither team shot it well. 10 of 37 for Villanova, 9 of 33 for Michigan. rough shooting performance, but you still put up 89. So that's really damn impressive.
Yeah. Wagon. Shout out Villanova for not scoring a damn fucking point the last 6.5 minutes of the first half, and I lose the over by the hook. Shout out you for just you can't even get to the damn free throw line. You can't luck a ball to go in. You go 6.5 minutes without scoring.
That's why.
What the hell?
That's why you move states, my guy. You get a better number.
Yep. Yeah, get out of this. I know.
You gotta get out of damn Wisconsin.
Yeah, but you can't drink and drive like you can in Wisconsin, and if you're like, yeah.
I will say I would be in the same boat as you, Trevor, if it wasn't for Chris Jeffrey. My man took over in the last 2 minutes of the game, hit that last minute 3 to hit my over, and I think scored 10 points in the last 2 minutes. So shout out to the freshman Chris Jeffrey from Villanova. He was the only guy that seemed to, I think his mom bet the over because he was hustling all the way down to the last 4 seconds of the game. So. Yep. Shout out Chris Jeffrey.
That shouldn't have been a sweat. I mean, Michigan had 56 points at half or some shit. They finished with under 90.
Yeah,
man, they're going to cruise to 100 plus, and all I needed was 50 from Villanova, and that even got dicey. And then I don't think they crossed 50 until 3 minutes left or something. 4 minutes. Good God, Michigan is a wagon. I'm late to the party, but I did grab Michigan plus 600 after the game. Absolute bottom of the barrel number, but they're giving me 2023 UConn vibes. Just going to be steamrolling teams all the way to a title. I know it's early in the season, a lot can change, injuries or whatever, but this team looks ridiculous.
The problem is I will say, just a fair warning. They will,
the number stinks.
I know it's terrible, but
you never want to. You never want to beat. You never want to beat early.
So no, I get that, but this team, they're deep. They got size everywhere. They got guards that can take over multiple guys. They're just steamrolling teams. I know I got the worst number, but I should have jumped in, during the players era. I did not. I didn't think it would last. And then today I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done denying this Michigan team. I will just play the number and go from there. So
they
and your boy Dusty May, of course, too.
You might get a Trev. You might get a little opportunity. I guarantee you they'll drop 2 in a row or something. They'll hit a little lull where they struggle for about 3 games or something. Just kind of what UConn did before then they went on that run there in the NCAA tournament and beat everybody by 20. If it's similar to that, they'll have a little drop off. So I think there'll be at some point a number that you get a little bit better. So just kind of pay attention and buy the dip when it dips.
Yeah, I'll buy more, but I'm officially in at a bad number. But hey, if we make it all the way to the national championship, a 6-1 money line on Michigan,
it's a hedge opportunity for sure. And hey, they're worth it. They're fighting and they're a good team. So I need UConn to cover this -4.5 for a good day, for making a unit and above. And if they lose, I'll just be making a Big Mac. I will get a Big Mac tomorrow if I finish 8-7. So I want to go. I need this. Come on, UConn, take us home. You got Trevor. You're on -4.5 too, right?
Yeah. I also at some point, I don't know, maybe it was during my lunch. I noticed it tonight. I put in a parlay with Stony Brook Howard money line and then UConn money line. So
wow.
Yeah. So now I'm just at least want the money line to hit. Just make your free throws, UConn, please. Just make your free throws.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was overall just a fantastic day. Pump Fake Pod, all in the green. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Check the pick sheet. It's on the description page of our Twitter and or of our YouTube video, and then also pinned to our Twitter. It's an open Google sheet. Got our picks. We take a lot of bets throughout the day. We talk every game, and make sure to hit that like button on the video. Helps us out. Goes a long way. Easy button. Just click it. I won't do that too much this episode. But do hit that like and subscribe button. I don't care about my social media. You guys can follow us. You can follow me if you want to, but all I care about is hitting that like and subscribe button for the Pump Fake Pod. Cheers, everyone. Trevor, I'm going to say it. Shall we?
Shall we? Norfolk. This game I remember last year.
Noon game, by the way. And
yep.
Trevor, do you not remember this?
No, I remember it.
This game last year, it was the same number. I think we got like 28.5 or 27.5, whatever number it was, and we won by the hook. And Norfolk was in it for most of the game, but then they just gassed out the last 5. But we got into it, so yeah. Yeah,
I remember the buzzer beater. It was, I think it was right at my lunch break at my old job. I remember watching this, and clutch shot. They played good all game, but then they started flaring out. But hopefully they get it done tomorrow because I kind of like them. But shout out Kelly McInnes for the 10 Canadian for the thanks for all the work. Of course, we were doing this talking to a wall, so the fact that people actually show up is even it's just a bonus.
Absolutely. Take what Trevor said, and Kelly, thanks for the follow on Twitter, and appreciate you, and also the donation. Appreciate you tuning in, and yeah, man.
And apparently we need to get up to Canada because I guess their beer is stronger. He's been talking about that in the chat too. So need to get up to Canada and share a couple brewskis with my man Kelly.
I had a Moosehead Lager the other day, just so you know, and I don't mind a Labatt Blue either. I think it's actually a better light beer than this right here, personally. But I have a better preference than Coors Light, but we'll save it for when Jen's back in the chat to discuss domestic light beer. So cheers. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. Jacob said 94-69, December 11th. Yeah, Trevor, I remember this vividly. We were on the like 26, I think exactly, or 27. 26. Or no, 25. I can't remember, but I think we were actually on like the 20. I think it was higher. I think it was around this number, actually. It wasn't at the hook, but it was flirting with getting fucked, and then they kind of came back in the final 2 minutes. But it's a lot of points. But and this was a noon game, I believe, too, last time, right?
Yeah, 20 turnovers in that game too. 20 turnovers, 10 of 18 from 3. 13 of 21 from the line, though, so that wasn't great. But when you shoot 56% from 3, you can't really do much more. So at least they covered barely. And I think that Baylor team last year wasn't as good as this Baylor team. So that I'm kind of wondering about tomorrow. But I mean, Norfolk coming off the tough loss to James Madison. Now you got to go play Baylor. Baylor is off until the 19th. They play Elkhorn. But Baylor is off of a loss too, so it's going to be square as shit to lay it with Baylor. But, I mean, Rio Grande, they won by 15. Tarleton was up 13. Sac State, they won by 22. You know what? I don't know. I want to bet Norfolk, but they don't really do much of anything good. I'll take Norfolk just because
standalone.
No. Baylor off of a loss. Don't do it. I'm not gonna flip. Just Baylor off of a loss. I don't care if it's noon. I don't care if it's square. They win by 28.
You're not gonna go back to the Norfolk plus the points again, like the old days?
No, they shot 56% and barely covered that number. And I think this Baylor team is a little bit better this year, and they're coming off of a loss. So. I think they actually just stick it to Norfolk tomorrow.
Damn.
Shout out to this Baylor Bears logo, by the way. Sick ass logo.
Yeah, what?
Man, everything used to be better. Now they're all just dumbass fucking letters and
EU. Whoa.
Stupid. I don't know if it's Baylor or Boston. I don't know. Whenever I see that BU logo.
Binghamton University. Let's go.
Binghamton.
Yeah, Binghamton, man.
Maybe that's where Baylor stole his logo.
Maybe Bitch University.
I'll be on Norfolk. I'll take the points. early start, sluggish game. I think Baylor wins this by 20. I think Norfolk can be somewhat competitive. I don't see them getting completely routed. I mean, they did lose to Arizona by 37. But for some reason, I just like taking this points in this kind of day game. I know it's an elementary school game. It's going to be pretty crazy. It's hilarious. If anybody saw the Baylor's women's basketball Twitter today, Baylor girl got fouled shooting a three, and they had 64 points, and the freaking crowd went absolutely ecstatic. The girl at the line shooting free throws couldn't even shoot with a straight face because she was just laughing the entire time. She sunk all three, and the place erupted. So it's going to definitely be
that shit's stupid. Fucking hate that shit. Nothing pisses me off more.
Never hates kids.
No, it's a 6'7". I don't get it. I don't have TikTok. It's annoying as shit. I see it everywhere.
But yeah, so that place was loud. It'll be super loud and annoying tomorrow at Foster Pavilion. But I just like I'll take Norfolk plus the points. I think Baylor ends up winning by 20.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Fuck, man. Let the kids just do some stupid shit. Well, I'm sure what we were saying back in the day was stupid, but yeah, no. How about they friggin' start drinking or something? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, kid, you smoking yet? Anyway, I'll take the. Sometimes you got to go back to go forward. This is going to be right on the number. Have to bet it, unfortunately. I think we're going to go back to Norfolk State. This number's going to rise, Elliot. Let's wait to bet this. Number's rising.
I agree. I also think it's bullshit. I mean, Norfolk coming off the absolute just ref job. Clearly got fouled. Freaking Robert Jones went to Twitter and said I'd never complain about referees, officials, anything like that.
UConn
clearly showed clear as day the video of him just getting hacked underneath the basket. So, yeah, and Thomas brings up a good point. We could just literally maybe look at a Norfolk first half, kind of like the same angle as San Diego, possibly. So that could be an option. But yeah, wait to bet it for sure. Looks like we're gonna be tuned in while they're sweating this out. I'll switch over to Merrimack.
Warriors. Oh, they don't have any.
They are taking on Princeton at Princeton in Jadwin Stadium. They're in Princeton.
5 seconds.
Princeton is laying 3.5. And the over-under, if I could get rid of this, is 135.5. Looking at this right here. Still sitting about 3.5. I'm seeing some threes as well. And over-under sitting, it's actually shot up a little bit. It's now at 137.5. So we'll see if Princeton at home, returning home after almost 2.5 weeks on the road. Played 4 straight neutral games, then had two road games. They've really struggled. Haven't won since they were at home against Northeastern. Now they play Merrimack. I'll take Princeton minus the 3. I'm seeing a 3 out there. And I will bet this. I think this is a good little get right spot for them. They beat Northeastern at home by 13. I will I'll back the Tigers here at home in their last game before finals. So fuck the finals. Princeton's going to get this.
Wild going on in UConn, Florida, by the way. Solo, come on. Nope. Princeton, I'm going to go with Princeton. They are off how many losses in a row? 5, 6, but they've been competitive in those losses. Monmouth by 5, same with Loyola, 2 to St. Joe's, 5 to Vermont, 4 to Temple. They've been competitive, and I don't think Merrimack could say the same for no. Oh my gosh, we get hooked, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely, absolutely hilarious. So 8-7. Woo! Collapse.
Big Mac.
Big Mac tomorrow for lunch. I don't think Mary Mac could compete with some of these teams that we mentioned just as much as Princeton. I think they're competitive enough. Give me Princeton -3.5.
Hey, Dan Hurley, suck my you fucking loser. You're overrated as fuck. Team's fucking blow, dude. God damn. Solo ball, get in the fucking gym and make your fucking free throws, dude. Good God. I knew that wasn't going to hit. I fucking knew it wasn't going to hit. It went down to 3.5. I fucking knew it wasn't. It was going to be some bullshit. Shout out UConn, you fucking losers. I'll go Princeton. Lost 6 in a row. Merrimack won 3 in a row. Not hitting the road. Princeton back home. They're laying the number. Give me Princeton.
That deal is long gone, man. That deal is long gone.
Yeah, now we got Albany heading into Springfield, Massachusetts, Mass Mutual Center. They're taking on Yale. Yale is laying a big number of 17.5, over under 149.5. Looking at, like, this line is holding firm there at those numbers. So we've got a still an accurate line. Any thoughts, boys?
Yeah, I like Yale's team total here. I think we've seen Yale dominate, and Albany, defensively kind of struggles at least. And Albany gave up 93 to Columbia, 90 to, or they scored 90, gave up 88 to Fordham. I think that they're kind of capable of just allowing a lot of buckets, letting teams run to pace, and giving Yale, that kind of generosity goes a long way. Yale's team total sitting at 83.5. I think they come out efficient as hell tomorrow after kind of being slow with Illinois Chicago. I know that they didn't quite cover their number, 14.5. They won 80-66 with the hook, but they've had some great wins. This team's looked solid under James Jones yet again, and this is their kind of break off before they go to Tuscaloosa to play Alabama on December 29th. I think they want to come out strong and score in the high 80s, 90s. I'm taking the team total over 83.5.
I like the under here. This is a neutral. Yale's off for 19 days, so almost 3 weeks after this, and they got Alabama. Albany, obviously not good, but they like to play slow. Their offense is abysmal. They turn the ball over. They can't shoot. Worst 3-point shooting team in the country, so I don't have to worry about that. But Yale, outside of the D2, 117, and they got 97 on Akron, a lot of possessions. Otherwise, they're putting up 80, 77, 74, 73. Those are all in neutrals as well. It's not like they play incredibly fast. I'll take an under 149.5. Hopefully they win like 84-50 or something like that. That works for me.
Yeah, I will just lay it here with Yale. Not going to be a bet for me, but I think that Yale, as you saw with Columbia, they beat Albany by 28. I know that was a true road game for Albany. Now we're on the neutral, like Trev mentioned. I still just think that Yale can kind of get whatever they want offensively. So I like that team total over angle as well, but I'm just going to lay it minus the 17.5.
Team B appliance. Thanks for the $2. Me versus Hurley for the next year. Bring it on. I'll sign whatever waiver. This fucking guy doesn't cover numbers to save his damn life. Wins a national championship, can't cover, even in Source South. So,
if you travel Team B appliance, let me know. Spot at home. Need some help. Thanks, man. Appreciate the donation.
Wouldn't even be close. First round knockout. Fuck you, Danny.
What about Bobby? I'm going Bobby again. He's just got a little big dog in him.
Danny Hurley's the guy you get in a fight and he'll lose his mind and then run it, like smash his head against a wall to prove a point, like fucking Ronnie from Jersey Shore, and then break his neck.
Do you think Bobby could beat up Danny? Bobby Hurley?
I don't know. That Arizona life has kind of just chilled him out. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but he also doesn't give a shit anymore. He's checked out. I don't know. I'll take the older brother, whichever one's older. Well, I think it's Bobby. So, yeah, go Bobby.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. Oh, that's one.
Yeah, Miami, Ohio's laying 4.5 on the road at formerly known as Cashville. Right now, Miami coming off. Miami hasn't lost a game.
8-0. 8-0 walking into Asheville. 8-0 walking into Asheville catching points. I see 4.5 available. 3.5. It's already kind of going places. They don't know what to do with it. Looks like people are betting Miami potentially, and I don't blame them. They're 8-0. Asheville at home, guys. Home dogs here. I got to bet Asheville here. 8-0. I know Miami, Ohio's got a really good team, a team that's going to be a lot to write about in March, but this is the best team that they've played analytically outside of Old Dominion, outside of and UNC Greensboro. I mean, and they've kind of had an off year. I think this is going to be an absolute problem as they begin their road stretch. They go back to Eastern Kentucky. I think that's going to be a win on Saturday. And then they will go to Wright State in Ohio, and then they go to Muncie to kick off some MAC play. Man, I got to roll with Asheville here. I think that they're potentially live as well, too. I will take Cashville plus 4.5. I like them at home. You know, it's been kind of an off year, but Miami, Ohio's biggest weakness on defense is the perimeter and three-pointer, and that's where UNC Asheville's offense can thrive. So give me Asheville here plus the points.
Yeah, Asheville, Miami, Ohio. Their one road game was Air Force. Whoop-de-doo. Now you get Asheville. Asheville just played NC State Saturday. Tough game. Lost by 12. Pure road game. But back home now. They haven't been home since the 25th of November. So been a couple of weeks. I think they're ready for this. Miami, Ohio. You got to drop one eventually. Only laying 4.5. A little suspicious. I'll take the home team off of a loss to cover this. I think they probably just win outright too if they cover this number. So maybe a little money line sprinkle at some point with them.
Yeah, I'll be on Asheville as well. Still, I can never find anything about their health here. I know that they're very banged up at the guard play. I mean, that was very evident in the NC State game. Of the 63 points, they had 4 guys score all 63 points. 2 of their guys played 40 minutes and 39 minutes. 2 other guys played 35 and 33 minutes. And then there's only 2 other guys that kind of split 40 minutes, 22 and 18. And then they only played 2 other guys, single-digit minutes. So I'm a little worried just with the depth that they have. They might have some issues depth-wise, especially after that hard-fought, kept it close against NC State on Saturday. They're kids, though. They'll be able to bounce back. I like Asheville here. That's just would be my one concern. I'll take the 4.5. I think this is a similar line to the Stony Brook Columbia line that we were getting today. So give me the plus 4.5 with Cashville. That's the reason why we call them Cashville.
Love it.
Yeah, let's hope they revert back to that. The Hilltoppers catching 1.5 at Marshall, over under 161.5. Where you at? Western Kentucky's losses are South Florida Vandy. Marshall hasn't looked good. They
haven't looked good.
No, they've dropped 3 straight, man.
I understand that, but Lipscomb's a good team. UNC Wilmington on the road, they only lost by 1. Ohio, that was just a spot for them. But I can see your point. They've dropped 3 in a row, but I think they're going to do it at home. Western Kentucky, I know, has really picked up the pace, but this is we are at home.
I'm obligated to bet Marshall land a point after dropping 3 straight. West Kentucky. They played on the road at Eastern Kentucky, second game of the year, won by 8. So they haven't left. They played neutrals, but road game, Marshall, that place gets lit. I know they looked terrible against Lipscomb last time at home. What were they? 6-26 from 3. 16-36 in the arc, 17 turnovers. They were horrendous. I'll go with Marshall one more time at home. If they lose this game, I'm done. I'm calling them dead. So I'll take Marshall money line so I don't get screwed when they win by 1 point in this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a solid game. I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth here, probably some better potential live plays, but I'm still going to lock up Marshall still at home. They've looked feisty. I think they can semi-expose Western Kentucky's defense. Let's go Marshall here.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Marshall at home, I'm going to back them. We look at last time they were out at home, got that piss poor performance against Lipscomb, lost by 23, just got absolutely blown out. Went on the road, played very competitive against a very, very good UNC women team and a very good Ohio team. I know that, Ohio, we haven't been very high on them, but they are talented, and it was a road game. But I think they bounce back, respond here after the 3 straight losses. Give me Marshall on the money line. I also like the over too. I think that both teams play with a lot of pace. Should be kind of an up and down style game. I could see it ended in kind of a similar score to that 88-81 game that Ohio had. But I'll just take Marshall on the money line in a bounce back spot.
Buffaloes, Bulls, they're going to be hurting. And yeah, back against the wall. Shout out Virgil and Hasty. What happens when their back's against the wall? They run to red, and that's what they see. All they see is red. Let's go Marshall. The William and Mary cap worked perfectly, by the way, with George Washington's commission, just so you guys know. St. Bonaventure, 11.5. Over-unders 141.5 against Colgate. Seagate. C''gate. Trevor, we're running out of valid time with you for the last 5 minutes. Why don't you take us off here? St. Bonnie's, 11.5. What you got? First mute of the night. I'm impressed. We're 45 minutes almost in, so good stuff.
Yeah. Did these two play last year? Nope. Okay. Rule that angle out. But Colgate's played good. Their losses are Cornell in the double overtime, Illinois, Michigan State, Northeastern game 2 of the season here. But Bonaventure looks pretty damn good. They're back at home. They stay home. Well, they have a neutral, but coming off of the road, they haven't played a D1 team at home since Bob Morris, November 20th. So I would imagine this place is pretty full for that. And Colgate, Albany, Fordham, and then 2 D2 teams are their wins, and they won. They beat Fordham, who's point shaving by 10 on a neutral, then Albany by 2. So I'll square as shit. I'll take Bonaventure. I think they're the much better team. They're at home. If they're on the road laying 11.5, I'd go Colgate. But at home, laying a big number. They haven't played at home since November 20th. I think there's some juice in the building. I'll take the Bonnies laying the 11.5 here.
Jen, I actually just shouted you out earlier. I appreciate you tuning in, and we got a long season left, so a lot of ball to talk. But I was just shouting you out. I was talking about a Canadian lager to someone else in the chat, and I was like, we need Jen in here, and then we'll start arguing domestic beers, by the way. So cheers, Jen.
Spoken into existence. Her ears were burning. She had to hop in.
Let's go. Hit that rewind to go check that out. I don't know when it was, but it was somewhat in there. Elliot, what you got in this one?
Yeah, I'll be on Colgate plus the points here. I think this is kind of the style of play that Colgate plays, kind of fits into how the Bonnies play, which I think will give them a little bit more problems than a team that would play like a little bit faster style. We saw that with St. Bonnie's really kind of struggling with Buffalo a little bit on the road, just slower style of play. I think that they're just going to have a little bit of an issue, just clash of styles in a way. They're going to kind of negate each other with how slow paced Colgate plays, just like St. Bonaventure. So I think we see kind of a slugfest, rock fight type of a game. And I got the Bonnies winning pretty comfortably, but 11.5 seems like too many points for me. I think the Bonnies end up pulling it out by maybe 7-9.
Man, it's really tough to not take the Bonnies at home here. But we've kind of seen Colgate go against teams that have a good amount of size. I think St. Bonaventure does really good down low, at least defensively. And we've seen Colgate go up against Kohler and Michigan State early on. A big team like Illinois, but they kind of run more at pace. That, like you said, Elliot, to your point, the slow pace could help them. And I think Colgate's the massive weakness here is those second chance opportunities for some easy buckets for St. Bonaventure. So, tough for me to fade the Bonnies here. I think I'll take Colgate. I'll wait to bet this like we did today. It worked out for the most part. Taking some bets early and taking some bets in the morning. But it was funny seeing some CLV today. It was kind of crazy if you guys caught eyes on that. Wild. All over the place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just even Monday, just hilarious. You could have got K-State at minus 30.5, and it blossomed all the way up to 38.5, 39.5. So just crazy some of that line movement that you can catch pre-flop before you go to bed.
I feel like I've heard of Erie Brewing Company, by the way. That's sick. That's sick. Oh, yeah, Trevor. Perfect. Let's go.
Let's tackle this quick. You got a road unranked team favorite in conference play. I believe Nebraska's ranked, are they not?
Yeah, they are. I believe.
Yeah, you got a ranked home dog. This is Bucky money line here. They're going to get it done. They're going to put 2 good games in a row. They've been going back and forth, one good, one bad, one good, one bad. This is a spot for Bucky. I like this one a lot. If we go back to last year, where is it?
Chris Berman. They
beat they beat Wisconsin. They beat Nebraska at home. Now obviously this Nebraska team's much better. Wisconsin coming off the Marquette win. Now you get Nebraska travel to Nebraska. Nebraska is, they just come off Creighton. They played Kansas State, New Mexico, Oklahoma. Wisconsin's gone through a decent gauntlet. I mean, BYU, Providence, TCU, Northwestern, Marquette. So they've already got a road conference game under the belt. Now they're heading to Nebraska. They're laying points. I think a lot of people are going to like Nebraska in a revenge spot from last year. But this Badger team offense is still clicking. They got size. They got experience in old guards. I'm gonna be on Wisconsin money line in this one. I think they're favored for a reason on the road. A lot of people are gonna like Nebraska catching points at home. Fake sharp play of the day, Nebraska. Let's go.
Trevor, we may still be here, but by the time you get back, before we give our picks for Wisconsin, Nebraska, do you have any other games you want to talk about quick before you skedaddle?
All of them, but I just wanted to get that main one out because I know people want to hear what I think about Wisconsin. So just in case, but figured I'd cover that one. But yeah, I'll probably be back. But just in the off chance, wanted to crush that one out quick.
Any final thoughts before you skedaddle out of here? We'll see you back in a little bit.
Yeah, no, fuck Danny Hurley and UConn. That's about it. And Rhode Island and Villanova. So fuck them all. We'll get back at it tomorrow.
How about you give positive vibes to the teams that won you money?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it was a good day. Stony Brook got it done. There's some other ones. I can't. Buffalo, crazy comeback. So, yeah, they all showed up, at least most of them, but not all of them. And I will never forgive you for that to all those teams. But
quick one here, just throw out a dart before you go.
New Haven's laying points on the road. Lay it. Plug your nose. Don't watch the game, but lay it.
Heck yeah!
All right.
Toodles.
Pulp
Fake After Dark.
Pump Fake After Dark is official now. New Haven is laying points on the road at the NJIT Wellness and Events Center. Always a fun spot, always a good place. I mean, yeah, and Jen, to Trevor's point, I mean, yeah, we all knew you were going to take Wisconsin, buddy. Whoa, big surprise. You could have talked about this one. Listen, this game stinks. You want to flip a coin here on this one and just no bet it for me?
Yeah, sure. We can do that. I will say I think he's kind of onto the right side. I mean, why the hell is New Haven laying points on the road? I feel like
because it's NJIT. It's NJIT.
I know. Kim Palm's got this as a 1-point loss for New Haven, so it should be favored by one. NJIT should be favored by 1 at home. So the fact that this is opened up New Haven minus 2.5 kind of tells me everything I needed to know. I'll lay it with New Haven, but no bet.
I may take New Haven money line. Check the picks page. It worked with Bucknell today on the road. Check the picks page if I bet this. But yeah, if I do, if you see this on the sheet, just say just call the number for me. Yeah, I already have 720 plus bets, but call the number for me. And shout out TB Appliance, another donation, my man. To be honest, with the plus 12 rebound, plus double amount of free throws and the fast break points advantage, plus pace of game, I thought Florida was going to win the game. All right, let's go. Yeah, I mean, national champs. And thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate you. That's awesome.
Looks like I'm gonna pull this up again.
Looks like you got the cover.
We need some dryer vent cleaning. If anybody needs some dryer vent cleaning, hit up T&B Appliance Repair. See if we can get them some service. Where are you based?
I don't know how far you travel. I don't know where you're stationed, but I need some work done for sure. I'll appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate the chat rolling tonight, talking games here. Let's continue talking about this one. I think we should continue. You know, I mean, look at NJIT. You
want to lose all the followers?
All you see in Ken Palm is just red. All you see in Torvik, red. So yeah, maybe a no bet game, but I'm gonna call maybe 1-800 the gambler and just ask, hey, should I bet New Haven or NJIT?
I will say New Haven does force a lot of turnovers, and NJIT turns the ball over a shit ton. So New Haven might have the edge here. Maybe the line is correct and is telling.
I would say that's a good call, Raymond Burrows. Shout out Raymond Burrows. He was in every conference preview, I would say. Shout out Raymond.
Oh, for sure.
He was in every conference preview episode. I think that's a really good call. Not something I didn't even think about. Yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah. Purdue's laying 18.5. Minnesota plus 18.5. Over-unders 142.5. Purdue just laid an egg on a big spot here, and that's what IU just did, and we saw the effects of it. I laid it with Purdue here. Not worried about it. I know Minnesota, they got that Nico Medved kind of defense here, but yeah, I like Purdue. I think they come out strong. Not too worried about what the amounts are. I mean, I think they're going to come out shooting lights out after just putting up only 58. Do we lay it here? The line's already up to 19.5, or do we take the team total over? I know Minnesota's defense is pretty stout. They can really slow you down. They haven't really let up as much, but 83 to Missouri, 86 to Santa Clara on a neutral, 77 to San Francisco, 65 to Green Bay. They took the overtime. I mean, you know, they've allowed a good amount of points, especially, and now they go to a road game at Mackey Arena to some pissed off Purdue fans and some pissed off Purdue players. To me, it's a lay spot, but team total over is 80.5, 81.5.
That's it?
That's it. It's kind of showing that this game could go under for sure, obviously, with the 142, 143.
Yeah, I'll just take the team total over then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
If it's that short. You know, my whole cap is, you know, basically the fact that Minnesota is off the, you know, court storming, beating IU at home. Now they're going to go on the road playing Purdue, who just lost outright at home by 20 plus. If that doesn't give you enough motivation, I don't see what else would. Also, you look at it, Minnesota 307th in 3-point defense. Purdue is, top 15 in 3-point percentage shooting. They just shot 4 of 18 from 3 against Iowa State on Saturday. So I think they're going to a little positive regression, regress back to their 40% average. The number one offensive efficiency rated team in Purdue did not look like that against Iowa State. I think we're getting a discount here just off the fact that they just dropped the only 58 points at home. I think they soar over the 80.5, 81.5. I will take the team total over. I don't mind laying it under 20 either. I think they win this game by 25-30, but I feel more comfortable with the team total over, just because I think that their offense is going to be really, really efficient and really on point tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go Purdue slaughter here from Trevor VDBJ. You see that's on his picture there. That's John I. Davis. Yeah, Trevor. First, him and I, just so you guys know, Trevor and I met because we both bet on Florida Atlantic to make he had Final Four and championship. I had to win the Final Four. That's how we met on Twitter. So, but anywho, listen, I'm an IU fan. Didn't go to IU, so I'm not bleeding them as too much, but I'm a fan. Purdue and this Minnesota logo, they're pretty fire. These logos are pretty fire. This Minnesota logo is one of my favorites. I love the gopher in the logo. I was up in Minneapolis. I was trying to find – I was doing work, though, so I didn't have much time. But I was trying to find, like, a hoodie for that Minnesota logo or something. But all I found was the M. And that Purdue choo-choo train is better than the P. So, good logo. And shout out Z. Paulson going to the game. Bring that heat, brother. Painter was at La Lumiere tonight. Looked very relaxed. He's grinding. He's everywhere. Holy cow. South Florida's laying 14.5 against Charleston at home. Over-under is 155.5. Man, Charleston stinks. They're kind of like a trap bet. This already up to 15.5. It looks like it's going to continue steaming. Charleston's pretty bad. They lose at 23 to home at Belmont. Only 11 to Yale at home. They beat UMass, only 9 to Drake. Now we got this big number from South Florida and Tampa, and this is already up to 15. I know Charleston's defense is awful, but South Florida, maybe under Brian Hodgson, that's figured it out. At home, they beat Utah State off 13. Can they reciprocate it twice in a row, though? It's a lot of points, but for me, this Charleston team, man, they could become on my no bet list if I take them. Like, I'm already kind of rushing out of it. Like, defensively, they're all in the red. They don't foul a good amount just because there's LA Fitness. It's just go right ahead. I don't know, man. Charleston just feels weird to me lately, and this roster just kind of feels out of sorts. But this is a lot of points. This could be a buy low spot off of a South Florida hangover here. What do you think in this one? But yeah, Charleston stinks, man.
Yeah, it's for me. They've only played Charleston's only played one true away game. That was against Liberty. Lost that game by 15. I think for me, what I'm probably going to play is I tend to lean towards the over 155.5. I think South Florida, you could either look at South Florida team total over or the over in the 155.5. I know, South Florida does have Alabama on deck on the road, but it's a whole week away. I don't think that they're looking ahead to that just being a week away, and they've got this home game against Charleston. I could see the over hitting, so I'll be on the over 155.5. I feel like I don't know what the number would be. I'm trying to figure that out in my head right now. 77. What would that be?
And they've been out. They've been without Dean too. By the way, they've been out without him. So
Yeah.
Had time to adjust, at least.
84.5, 85.5 would be the team total over for South Florida. I'll just take the full game over. I think Charleston can score a little bit. You saw that in the Belmont game. I know that was at home though with Charleston. Give me the over 155.5.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play. I mean, South Florida they lack any. Not South Florida. Excuse me. Charleston lacks any defense, and I think that like athletically, South Florida could just kind of body them a little bit. I'll take the over with you here. I like that play, and I think Charleston could score around 70. We see South Florida in the 90s.
It's up to 157.5 too. Thanks, Jake. I just saw that. I'll still take it. Just one more bucket.
Yeah, I like it. They didn't score as much as they have against a Utah State team. They did win 74-61, but they shot South Florida shot 8 from 21 from 3, not horrible. They shot 500 from 2-pointers, but they had 17 turnovers and still won at that margin. I think that I think they'll be able to get it back, and offense is going to be a huge piece here. Let's go over. I'm with you.
Yeah, and I see, and they're talking about, or you were talking about the turnovers. Charleston sucks at turning the ball or forcing turnovers. So I think that just gives South Florida even more of an advantage to score some more points. So helps the over out.
Oh yeah. Woo! Woo! Boston, the Terriers laying 8 points against Maine. I see 7.5 available too. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7.5. So this line's gone down a little bit. Boston off of a loss to New Hampshire. Maine 0-11. They're really bad, man. Maine hasn't been able to do anything. I'll lay it with Boston here. Tough for me to bet it though. So this could be this. I could go back to the live team. I could go back to the live Boston unders. Love that angle. That could be my bet of the night. But I'll lay it with Boston. I think that they can suffocate Maine here, and we see Boston pick it up offensively, but also kind of slow it down. They just scored 80-something points, so I think we see some regression from both teams offensively, especially Boston. They get it to margin just due to the fact that Maine stinks. So, yeah, live under for me. I think we see a quick start, and then we get a better number. So live under. We're back on this angle, Elliot, for the Terriers.
Yeah, I'll take Maine plus the 7.5. I'm not going to bet this though, because I'm planning on betting Maine on Saturday when they finally get their first home game there in the YMCA arena against Canisius. So I will be betting Maine Saturday. So to prevent myself from betting Maine twice in a week, I will pick Maine plus the 7.5, but no bet here. Like I've said kind of repeatedly on these kind of Maine caps, they've seemed to keep it relatively close in a lot of their games when they're playing teams that of similar caliber. So, in terms of like Longwood, even Brown, Merrimack, things like that, they can keep it within this number. So I'll take Maine plus the points, but no bet.
Notre Dame. Trevor's got the new fresh logo in, exclusive sports logo for Notre Dame now. Leprechauns playing hoops, about to do a crossover, laying 11.5 against Idaho. Over-unders 144.5. Take us away, Elliot.
I mean, I just want to bet Idaho. I think Idaho's a better team than what Notre Dame has played here. Who they just play.
They played some good teams. They're battle tested. TCU, Missouri, Houston, Kansas, and Rutgers.
I think I was just for some reason I always rope them into. I was thinking of Boston College. I don't know why. But I was thinking of Boston College there. But yeah, Mac brings up a fantastic point here. They've got no Burton. He's out, ankle surgery. So, you possibly could look at kind of a one-game bump potentially. But I think they, you had Burton played only 10 minutes last game. So they kind of rallied around the troops and got the one-game bump, in my opinion, last game, just because he only played 10 minutes. And they got that overtime win against TCU on the road. Now we get a little bit of a sleepy spot here. I know they don't have a look-ahead spot when you're looking at next game for them. But I think Idaho is going to be able to keep it pretty competitive here. I think people are, a lot of people haven't watched Idaho, and I've been kind of fairly impressed with what I've seen from Idaho. And I think this number's kind of short. Ken Palm's got this at 14. We're seeing this at plus 11.5. So kind of a weird line there. I'll take Idaho plus the points. I think they can keep it within single digits.
And yeah, I did, Raymond. I did, but it was just they were like just building it when I was on the way out. So like 2019, I graduated 19. So I did get in there, but it was kind of on the way out when I was out of there. And somehow I graduated in 4 years. It is Ball State. It's a good education, I promise. Harvard of the Midwest, as they say. And shout out coach. That actually played basketball in the Joyce Center. My cousin Madison Cable played women's basketball for Muffet McGraw some years back. Wow. Heck yeah. Let's go, coach. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm with you, Elliot. Cap's perfect. We got Chat looking out for the injuries. I know Idaho's defense is putrid, but I think you said it best. We've seen Notre Dame get up now twice, Missouri, TCU on the road. And now they're coming back to play Idaho. There's not really a look ahead. I mean, yeah, that we could see this number get away from us, but I think the books can sense a little worry. I think you can sense a little worry in this line, especially with the Notre Dame team that's played good teams, have been battle tested, and have won at margin, and have covered recently. A good Micah Shrewsbury team. You had Dennis Gates pleading for fans to get back into Notre Dame in the Purcell Pavilion. Man, I wouldn't go to this game if I were you guys, because you may be pissed at what you see. Give me the Vandals here. They're going to go into South Bend and vandalize.
I won't bet this till tomorrow, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting too. But Notre Dame's good. I like this Notre Dame team. I like Micah Shrewsbury.
People just, they're going to see Notre Dame and they're going to see what they've done just off of the win against TCU on the road, beating Missouri at home. They'll see all that. They'll see the competitive losses against Ohio State, Kansas, and Houston. And a lot of people will just have no idea about this Idaho Vandals team. So I'll definitely wait to bet this. One of their kind of key studs that I love watching for Idaho is Jackson Rasmussen, true freshman. He's a dog. So watch out for him tomorrow against Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's interior presence, they struggle a little bit on the inside. So I feel like he can kind of get what he wants inside for sure. So
love it. South Bend. Shout out Bruno's Pizza. Very good. Iona laying 10.5 against Bryant. Over-under's 144.5. Ooh, yeah. Iona went on the road against Sacred Heart, got it done, got drilled at home after starting 3-0 at home, beating Hofstra, Fordham, Princeton. Now you get a little get-right spot back at home against this Bryant team that, tries to minimize possessions under Jamian Christian, but I'm not the biggest fan of him personally as a coach.
Hey, you got to say his name right. You always give it a little flair.
Jamian Christian. Yeah.
There we go.
I did forget about that. Yeah, Jamian Christian. Thank you.
There we go.
I think my mind was just going numb at the previews, so I was just doing anything to keep me hope. But hey, it worked out. It was a good November. Jamian Christian. And Iona here for the Gales, a little get-right spot here. I think their offense is just going to outmatch Bryant's. Iona runs at pace. This isn't a Bryant team that runs at pace at all. And Iona doesn't foul much at all either. They can force turnovers a little bit. They can run it in and out of transition. I think it's going to disrupt Bryant for sure. I like Iona here. I'm looking at Bryant's team total, but I think I'm just going to lay it with the Gales.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at Bryant's team total if I were you, Huff. I
like the under. The team total under 68.5, 7.5.
They just don't really play defense, especially if they're able to get a lot of scoring. And if they're able to kind of get their way on the offensive side, they just basically focus all their energy into the offensive side and just put up a shit ton of points. So I think I would just feel more comfortable laying the number here at the minus 10.5. Ken, let's just don't get off the wagon yet. You know, if the wagon wheel ain't broken, keep fucking riding that thing. Let's go. I'll bet it with you. Iona minus the 10.5. They win this game by 20.
All right, I'll take Iona. I kind of like that team total under look with Bryant, but yeah, I mean, to your point, you just don't know. But when you look at Iona, I mean, 66 to Delaware, 69 to Sacred Heart. So yeah, you may be right. Like I think it's going to be right around that number, and I think we see Iona in the 80s. So for that cap alone and talking it out, I'll be laying it with Iona minus 10.5. Let's go. NIL pays. Money talks now. It always has, but it's screaming in college sports now. Fordham's laying 13.5 against Fairleigh Dickinson. Over unders 142.5. Fordham just lost 2 in a row. They stink at home. They lost at Holy Cross. I don't know which Fordham team will show up. You know, you get one that could beat LIU by 15 and then lose to Holy Cross by 1. Fairleigh Dickinson ain't anything to write home about. This is an absolute no bet for me. I will lay it, no bet.
Yeah, we will
spar here. Yep, don't blame you.
We'll spar. I'll take the points. Like you said, I don't know what to expect with this Fordham team. Nope. Actually, no, I'll lay it. I'll lay it here, but no bet. No bet here. I just think that they should be better, so I'm going to go with the team that I think should be better and should win this game by this number, although it's probably going to be – Fairdick's probably going to take keep it close.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Oh, sorry, Trevor. NC State's laying 11.5. Over-under is 155.5 against Liberty. What in the hell was that? But anyway, NC State, they've just kind of hit a wall, a little lapse, right? Kind of got a little ahead of themselves, thinking that they're really good. Then they go to Hawaii, just kind of play with the motions. They only beat UNC Asheville by 12. Shout out our 26.5 with UNC Asheville. No problem at all. Now you welcome this Liberty team in. That's laying an 11.5 points. I mean, this feels like a lot of points for a Liberty team. I know that NC State can outmatch them, maybe play a little bit pissed off, but there's just no way I can do that. The way I've seen NC State's efforts show up, I know Will Wade can maybe get him into shape, but maybe Will Wade's figuring out a wiring agreement with the FBI currently. I see 13.5 on Caesars. I will let this number continue to climb. No crime there with Will Wade. A little Freudian slip, but give me Liberty plus the points. I like this Liberty team. I know that they're can probably be outmatched athletically, but for how fast NC State runs, I think Liberty can get some sets on them, try to slow it down just a tad bit, but shoot efficiently and maybe get gassed out at the end. But I'll let this number climb. Give me Liberty.
Yeah, Colin Porter, he missed He missed the last game due to a lower leg injury. Kind of day-to-day going forward, he's kind of their veteran point guard, senior point guard, averages 11 points, 3 assists for him. I know it's, people might say that it's, Liberty's first true road game. They haven't played a road game yet, so people would tend to possibly just, automatically back NC State here, laying the points. But I think that Liberty, while they don't have the size like the chat's mentioning, they do make up for that with just their experience. They've got 4 seniors that start. You got Colin Porter. It would almost be 5 seniors that play significant minutes if he's going to play. You also got J.J. Harper coming off the bench as a senior as well. So a senior-laden team, guys that have been there before, Zach Cleveland, Caden Matheny, Colin Porter. So I think that they can definitely keep this close. I'll be on Liberty, but like you said, let's wait. Did you see you already saw 13? I saw 12.
Yeah, it's already up to 13. So.
Okay. Yep.
At Caesars.
I'll just wait to bet it. I mean, you saw everybody loves laying these numbers with Will Wade. That in that Asheville, it rose about 5-6 points because you ended up getting it. It was, I think, 24-25. You ended up getting it at like 28-29. So we can get it even higher. That's great. I'll flame up right here.
He's flaming. George Washington's laying 21.5 against Delaware. Over-under is 156.5. What did George Washington – all right, hold on a second. I had a perfect cap. William and Mary covered 14.5. Got a little sweaty, but George Washington got his surveyor's license from William and Mary, one of the oldest institutions in our country. Now, what river – the Delaware, or it is the Delaware. George Washington crossed the Delaware. They will cross over Delaware, no problem. George Washington absolutely rolls them, I think. And I'm now looking up a team total under potentially, but for Delaware. But we've seen George Washington kind of play with their food. I mean, they could win around 8 by 18 or whatever, but I don't know. I think George Washington can stomp them. Delaware has shown out to be just absolutely putrid on both sides of the ball. I think we see George Washington dominate here against a Delaware team. So I will lay it or take the team total under for Delaware.
Yeah, I'll be on George Washington laying the points here. We had that cap kind of perfectly with William and Mary, obviously with your president spiel, but also just the fact that you've got a team that plays up-tempo pace like George Washington. They'd be able to put up points with George Washington to kind of keep that close. So they put up just enough points to cover that number just under the hook. But now you get a Delaware team who, terrible defensive team, but they also play at a very, very, very slow pace. I just don't think that they're going to be able to keep up with the scoring of George Washington. I feel like they run away with it here. And looks like Rod, shout out Rod Father, I'm saying betting the over in Martin Inglesby games after playing a game as a road favorite. Overs are 24-7 as the coach of Delaware. So that tells me a lot of points are going to be scored. George Washington wins this 95-66.
George Washington's team total over is 88.5 as well. So, and shout out Coach, big fan of you, dude. Sorry about your loss on Monday Night Football, but yeah, good stuff, Coach. Best game of the night. Best game of the night. I don't know. UMass is catching points at home. Is this a true home game, Elliot? It is not. It's the Mutual Center.
It's the game after the
Yep.
Albany Yale game.
Correct. UMass 1-2 on a neutral. Boston College 0-2 on a neutral. Did go to overtime with Tulane in a great game. Both teams defensively solid. Massachusetts, though, 3 in a row. Boston College kind of messing around, but if you only beat New Haven by 4 at home after you just went to LSU or brought LSU in, took them to overtime, and just gave away, this is a battle of two defenses here. There's just no way I'm going into taking Boston College. I know that they've been up and down, but I mean, it's New Haven that they played for sure. We don't know which Frank Martin team that we're going to get. We could definitely see a good amount of an over-under type of thing. I kind of like UMass here plus the points, and I think that they get a 70 ball on Boston College over 69.5. I like UMass here plus the points. I think that they've come along and gathered up after an ass kicking from Frank Martin probably in a locker room, and have really found themselves and are starting to gel, which normally I would kind of fade those spots, but this is Boston College we're talking about. So give me the Minutemen. Team total is 69.5, by the way. I don't know if you like that, Elliot, but I kind of like UMass just plus the points too at home.
Yeah, nope. I'm on Frank Martin here as a home dog. I know it's semi-home, but I still consider it home. So give me UMass, short little yapper. You could just play him on the money line potentially, but you're getting a possession. Might as well just take the plus 2.5. But I do think UMass wins this outright. I was kind of looking into possibly betting the under here, just with two great defenses, kind of a slugfest game. Both offenses suck. I just couldn't necessarily get there. Both teams are also awful from the free throw line. Both shoot about 65%. 65% from UMass, 68% for Boston College. I could maybe get to the under 140 as well. Looking at it and talking through it. I just don't like how UMass plays with a lot of pace. I know Boston College likes to slow it down, but UMass plays with a lot of pace. But their offense isn't good. But most comfortable UMass plus 2.5 money line. Sprinkle some money line. Let's go.
All right, the over/under 153.5. VCU minus 9.5 against New Mexico. This line is still around 9. I am taking the over here in VCU, New Mexico. We see both of these teams at top 100 in pace on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. This is also a Phil Martelli team as well. So if you guys know who that is, Phil Martelli Jr., his teams score. His teams run at pace. They run at tempo. We saw Bryant the last 2 years just run. And VCU's done it this year. So not the same VCU that we've known and loved at the Siegel Center. And now, I am kind of worried about the total game over with New Mexico going into the Siegel Center, kind of a young team off of 4 wins in a row. They haven't played well. They really haven't played at all away from the pit. And the time that they haven't played well. And now you get VCU here running and gunning. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. All we need if VCU hits the 90 ball is New Mexico to score around the 60s. And at least the books think that they can kind of keep up a little bit, just probably due to VCU's kind of defense itself. I know it's pretty good, and New Mexico's is too, but I think VCU is just going to absolutely be able to run and gun. New Mexico's going to try to match them. VCU kind of wins maybe by like 10 or 11, 12 points, but they score like 88 to 90 points, and we see this number go over with New Mexico being able to eclipse that by keeping up somewhat and scoring in the 70s, VCU in the 90s. Give me the over here with the tempo.
Yeah, I'll take I'll just lay it with VCU here. I think it's a tough little travel spot for New Mexico. They're fresh off of the 27-point ass kicking of Santa Clara that at home in the pit. But now they leave their home environment and go to one of the other better home environments in the mid-major ranks at the Siegel Center. I think this place is going to be rocking. I will back VCU here. I will lay the points. New Mexico, though, they have been very competitive in first year coach Eric Olin. So I think that they, keep it close for a little bit, but then we see a little bit of that normal type of, 5-10 minute window where you get this big VCU run and kind of puts it out of hands. So give me VCU minus the 9.5. First, I guess the other home or the other away road game that they had played was that New Mexico State game. So kind of a rivalry game. You could say it's a road atmosphere, but now they're really traveling kind of cross country after playing on Saturday. So give me VCU minus the 9.5. And now we got, let me put this in here. Arkansas Pine Bluff taking on Tulsa at Tulsa. Tulsa is laying 21.5. Over under here is going to be 156.5. Checking this line for us to see about any movement. I've got.
I see this number still the same. I think.
Yep, I see the over under ticked up 1 point, 157.5. But everything else is the 21.5 is still playing or staying pretty much right at 21.5.
Yeah, Tulsa's picked it up, man. I mean, yeah, Pine Bluff hasn't looked bad to Kaylee Carter's credit, but Tulsa has looked really good. Beat Murray State by 24. I hate that Murray State team. Beat UNI, San Jose State by 30. I can't lay and put my hard-earned money on Tulsa. I think this is not a get right spot, but just a come back to earth for Arkansas Pine Bluff, where they give up like 100 points to Tulsa and they win by margin. I'll lay it with Tulsa, no bets.
Yeah, I think this is their last game of the incredible road trip, 11-game road trip. They played really good these last 2 games, winning outright against UIC on the road and then only losing to DePaul there in Chicago a few days later by 4. I think they maybe exhausted all of their efforts and just all of their shot making capabilities. I think Tulsa here is going to be able to get the job done, but I'm just going to ride the over here. Tulsa's offense is really efficient. I see that Arkansas Pine Bluff, they like to play with a lot of pace, which means we're going to have a lot of possessions. One, that means Arkansas Pine Bluff may be able to score a little bit, but that also means Tulsa is going to be able to have more possessions than they normally do. And with an efficient offense, I will back Tulsa to put up a lot of points. That also kind of plays into the hand. You could look at doing like a Tulsa team total over as well. Wouldn't mind that angle either. But I will just play the full game over 156.5. I'm also seeing 157.5. It will be a no bet for me though.
All right. Yeah, no bets there. Hurricanes, Lions. Oh God. Houston's laying 39.5 against Jackson State. Man, I mean, we know the angle here. We've found an angle, but Elliot, you're a big Jackson State supporter. And finally got this as a 30-point game. Are you going to support Jackson State on the road against Houston? I remember this game last time. They played maybe 2 years ago or last year. I can't remember. But Trevor and I were on that first half team total under. It hit.
Yeah, they played first game last year. Houston beat them 97-40. Jackson State scored 13 points in the first half.
Jackson State's first half team total under is 23.5, 21.5 as well. Is plus money, so I think they're going to score around that 21-23 margin in the first half.
I mean, do we go back to the well and bet it? I mean,
I think we go back to the well and bet the under 23.5.
It hasn't really been profitable at all this year, but it's gotta hit at some point, right?
I think so too, and I think Jackson State's a worthy opponent. We see Jackson State kind of play at a slower pace, and they've absolutely drilled gotten drilled. Illinois, only 55 points, gave up 113, 106 to Louisville, 112 to Auburn, 115 to Arkansas. Houston's not there to score 100-something points. I know that they're capable. They put up 91 against Riders, so they're capable of scoring, but they're kind of there to just beat the shit out of you. And Jackson State, offensively, defensively, very inefficient. I think they could see a problem here. Let's go back to the well one last time, potentially, for first half team total under for the opponent of Houston. Jackson State, 23.5 DraftKings.
Yep, I'll ride that with you. That would be the bet that I would make in this game. If anything, I was going to say if you're talking full game, just wait till Houston gets a little bit more points and maybe just bet Jackson State. Close your eyes, plug your nose, bet Jackson State plus 43.5. Ken Palm's only got this at 30. So I think that's kind of a weird spot. We've got it at 30. They're laying 40. Maybe that means that they're just going to absolutely drill them, but I would just wait, take the points. Houston typically doesn't blow these teams out, or at least hasn't this year so far, except for Ryder maybe is the only one. And I kind of knew that was the spot because that was on that TNT game. So little get up spot, national TV, for them to just absolutely lay an opponent out. Not quite sure if it's on TV tomorrow or not. I was going to look and see that.
It's on ESPN.
ESPN Plus, so nope, not a national televised game. So yeah, I would take that. But yeah, first half team total under. You said 23.5.
Yep, it's 23.5 to Jackson State. It's kind of already rushing up to get down to 22. So take it now. Motherfuckers. Utah Valley laying 11.5 against Idaho State. Over unders 143.5. Utah Valley back at home after a win on the road against Bowling Green. Idaho State, though, they've won 3 in a row. Now they're catching this many points. I mean, I feel like the line's kind of telling here that Utah Valley could drill them, but I know Utah Valley's defense is solid enough to get them to this number, but I like Idaho State, really, especially this team that has been able to shoot the ball well offensively. I mean, we've seen them score a good amount. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like this is too many points. I'll take the points with Idaho State. I think Utah Valley wins just based on their defense alone. They've been able to kind of stop teams from scoring. I mean, holding Samford to 45, even on a neutral, impressive. 52 to South Dakota State. They may be able to swarm Idaho State, but I don't see Utah Valley offensively being able to run away from Idaho State. I smell a potential backdoor here as well. If it's a scary sight for Idaho State right away, especially in the second half. But I'll go Idaho State here. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that, it's one of those games where, Utah Valley probably feeling a little good about themselves. Obviously, they lost that game to get in San Diego State on the road, but then they went to Bowling Green, beat a good Bowling Green team that was feeling good about themselves coming off that K-State win. Took care of business. Now they got to return home. And you got a fairly competitive opponent that you're playing at home. I think Idaho State can stay within this number. I also don't mind the under in this game. We've kind of seen it pretty repeatedly with some of these Idaho State games. I think that, they had that Denver game, kind of an anomaly, 93-79, kind of a high scoring game. Really, when you look at when they were playing step up in competition, San Diego State, Santa Clara, they've kind of only been able to score in the 50s, right there, almost the 60-point mark, but they really try to slow down and limit possessions. They're playing at the third slowest pace in the nation. So I don't mind the under 143 or under 143.5 as well. But I think it's too many points for Idaho State. So give me the Idaho State plus the 11.5 and the under 143.5. I'll probably bet one of them. Not quite sure which one, but check the picks page for whatever I'm on.
Yeah, I like that play. Southern Illinois is laying 9.5 against UT Martin. I really like this UT Martin team, man. They look solid against Lipscomb and or not UT Martin. Sorry, not Lipscomb, but their last couple games against Alabama State and Charleston Southern. I mean, the UT Martin team also beat Bradley. I watched that game. Also, they've been really competitive. Now Southern Illinois is laying this many points. I mean, I know they've had a whole week off after beating High Point on the road. And this Southern Illinois team runs at pace. They run. Oh, man, laying this many with the Southern Illinois team that kind of doesn't play like defense really is kind of an issue for me. I think Martin can cover here, but don't love it. I feel like the over-under is a tad telling that for some reason Martin can't score. I mean, look at this over-under. I know Martin can kind of limit possessions, but Southern Illinois, I mean, they just run. I don't know, man. This one's a weird one for me.
Southern Illinois back at home too.
Yeah, I mean, they just are off a road win.
Yeah, High Point. I kind of want to take Martin too, but I feel like a lot of people remember them beating UNLV and Bradley. But they've been winning still. They lost to Florida State, Southern Miss. That was it. So it looked pretty good overall. I'd be willing to take the 9.5, even though SIU is the team you want to back at home, not on the road. But you're coming back home after a huge win against High Point on the road. I think it's a little bit of a dead spot. Martin loses this game by like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think UT Martin really kind of does better in that kind of dog role. So I'll take UT Martin here with the points. We saw it kind of early on in the season with the fact that, they covered one outright against both UNLV, Bradley, covered against Florida State. But then when they were starting to lay points against Prairie View A&M, Southern Miss, they ended up barely beating Prairie View, lost to Southern Miss on the neutral. They've kind of found themselves a little bit at home, beating Charleston Southern, Alabama State. I think they keep it close, keep it competitive here against the Southern Illinois team who, as we see, defense is kind of optional at times. They only beat Little Rock by 9 at home. So we've seen how putrid Little Rock is, just watching them last night against West Virginia. So I think if Little Rock can keep it close, why can't UT Martin? It's just all who shows up. But yeah, give me UT Martin as dogs. So I'll take the plus 9.5.
Yeah, I like UT Martin, and shout out Benny Sayre. I like that play too. First half.
I was just thinking about that. Southern Illinois, a little flat spot after the big win. Martin come in and hang around. I like that. I don't hate that look.
I like that look a lot.
Yep. And then here's a good little Rodfather stat for you. Won 6 or 7 of the last 8 games.
Let's go.
Against the spread. So we like that too. I'm seeing 10.5 as well on FanDuel. Juice to the
10.5. Yep.
Juice to the it going higher. It's minus 106. So possibly could be rising even higher. So pay attention. Shop around.
Weber State's laying 4.5 against UMKC. Elliot, big fan. UMKC they finally covered. They finally covered, and I got it right when they covered. No way I'm finding out if they can cover again. But this line kind of stinks, does it not?
When did you get them to cover?
They're 1-7 against the spread.
Oh, I know they didn't cover the last game against Eastern Washington. They got their brakes beat off of them. I will. Oh, I think they covered against Texas, 71-55. That's probably the one they covered. That's hilarious. I'll take UMKC here plus the 4.5. I am not betting this game. Weber State just got blown out on the road against St. Thomas. They continue to be on the road, traveling down from St. Paul, Minnesota, down to good old Kansas City, Missouri. Weber State, way better team. They've already played Kansas City, just FYI, beat them by 21 at home. Now you're returning about 12 days later, and this number is only plus 4.5. I think it's kind of a little so I'll take UMKC plus the 4.5, but they stink. I don't want any part of betting this game.
Yeah, no way I'm betting this one. This line absolutely reeks, and they'll probably lose by a ton. So yeah, I'll pick UMKC. No bet.
Yeah, I might bet Weber State. UMKC is just one of those teams where it's like they somehow keep it close. So be it. But more often than not, they're going to get blown out by more than 5 points. Majority of the games this year.
Yeah, and you look at it too. You would typically think that Weber State's the one coming out west. They're actually just coming down from Minnesota, whereas UMKC is having to travel from Eastern Washington all the way back home. So they actually kind of got the travel spot there. But I'll just with how stinky this line is, I'll take UMKC plus the 4.5. This is as good of a spot as they'll kind of have. Revenge game off the 21-point loss already against Weber to respond here before they get into summit play. So I'll take them, but no bet for me.
IPFW is laying 3.5 against Eastern Michigan. Oh, okay. IPFW just got that home win comeback against Northern Kentucky. Eastern Michigan, I mean, they haven't looked horrible, but their road win was against Detroit Mercy, another Horizon team. Outside of that, they haven't really played well on the road, but they've played up the competition. Now you're playing a PFW team that is kind of bounced back. I'm not a fan of this PFW team laying points really as much either. Especially this season. I mean, last season is a much different story. We loved IPFW the last couple of years, but I'll take Eastern Michigan plus the points. I don't think IPFW should be laying, and PFW, should be laying here. So I'll take Eastern Michigan plus the points. I like them as a dog here.
Yeah, yeah, everything you said. I mean, Eastern Michigan's gotten a win against Cincinnati on the road too. So they play pretty damn well. Not to mention IPFW, one of the worst defenses in the country. They do force turnovers, but other than that, they don't do anything wrong or anything right. A little bad free throw luck. Teams are shooting 81% against them. You can't do anything about that. But regardless, bottom 10 3-point defense, bottom 5 or 6 field goal percentage defense. They're allowing 60% inside the arc, where Eastern Michigan likes to attack, and they'll have the size advantage big time in this one. So Eastern Michigan plus the 3.5. I think they win this game outright.
Yeah, I will just pivot, and I'll be on the over 1.5 here. You guys kind of said it. IPFW's defense really struggles. I feel like they're still going to be able to score pretty decently there at home. So I think this number can get over this 149.5 spot. So I'll be on the over 149.5 in the Eastern Michigan PFW, game.
Eastern Kentucky's laying 4.5 at EIEIU.
I got something here. I'm laying it with Eastern Kentucky. I'm sorry. I know this Eastern Kentucky team is awful. They're terrible. But this is their first time playing extremely down to competition. The worst team they played analytically is Northern Kentucky and Wofford. Mercer is up there. Kent State, Western Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Illinois State. I mean, yeah, they played Midway and Indiana East, but those everyone's got D2 spots, and that's how they got to get their numbers up. Pump those numbers up. And this is another one that they can get a road win, I think, for Eastern Illinois as well. I think Eastern Illinois offensively has been horrible. We've kind of bought into them kind of with some random numbers, and it just hasn't worked out well. They've kind of, hasn't showed out offensively, defensively. They haven't shown out, and I know Eastern Kentucky really hasn't either, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But I think this is a battle for them to kind of go in, play down to competition, and get a little buy low spot. I mean, if this was a normal Eastern Kentucky team, even if they've only won 3 of those D1 games or 2 of those D1 games I even mentioned before, we would see a -7.5 to -10.5 number. This is a total buy low spot. Give me Eastern Kentucky and the Colonels here against Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm biased.
You can't trust Eastern Illinois. Eastern Kentucky for me too. This is another one where Eastern Illinois keeps it close, so be it. But I don't see that happening. Give me Eastern Kentucky.
I think Eastern Kentucky is probably the team that's taken the most money from me this year so far.
Yeah. No bet list if they lose this one.
Yeah, this is your Bucknell play of today. I will be on Eastern Kentucky minus the 4.5. If they lose this one, they might be on the no bet list for a very long time. In our terms, 2 weeks. But still, I will. I'll lay it here. Better team, better program. A.W. Hamilton, golly, you've lost what? You're 2-7, only 2 D2 wins, like you mentioned, Huff. They've lost every single one of their D1 games. Really, I mean, hasn't been too competitive in any of them. Besides the kind of a close loss to Wofford that they kind of dressed up at the end, outscoring them down the stretch. So they got to play with some pride here, as you say, Huff. Give me Eastern Kentucky minus the 4.5. They will be on my no bet list if they don't.
Double secret probation. Texas State's they're only laying 2.5 against Southern. I know Texas State is not very good. Southern, though, just off of a shellacking to Texas. They've been good against these intrastate teams, though. Northwestern State, they won by 2. Texas State's horrible, but they are pretty good at home. I'll take a buy low spot here on Texas State. I think they have a much better rebounding advantage against Southern. Southern off of a tough game against Texas, where I think that they're down. I'll take a buy low spot here, but I am probably not going to bet this just because I love this Southern team. I haven't heard that one before, KK.
Oh, got me there. Oh, wait, that's the Josh Allen joke. No, I remember that.
Yeah, it's the Josh Allen joke.
Yeah. Room 40.
He got Big Cat and PFT, I think.
Yeah, I remember that interview now. But Texas State laying points at home. Southern off the Texas loss. Texas State hasn't been home since the 24th. They haven't played a D1 team since the 21st, which they beat Little Rock by 9. Is that 9? Yeah, 9 points. I mean, at home, they've done pretty well. I mean, they hit the road, lost both neutrals, Seattle, Lehigh, and then lost on the road to Rice by 5. I think they're motivated to come back in here and show up. Southern, their win is Northwestern State. Other than that, I mean, they've played some tough opponents, but San Jose State, they went on the road, got blasted by 14, and then you beat Northwestern State by 2. I think Texas State can get this done. At least. So I'll lay the 2.5 with Texas State tomorrow in the home game and a bounce back.
Yeah, I will. I'll lay it here as well. I think this total kind of shows that they're tending to lean towards the side of Texas State and the team at home that plays at a very, very slow pace, 320th in the country. Whereas you got a Southern team that really likes to play up tempo, fast possessions, 34th in the country. So you would think that you would see a higher total here, but the fact that it's at this low total sounds like it's going to be, or books are thinking that it's going to tend to be played at a Texas State style of game. And if that's the case, I will take Texas State minus the 2.5. One thing I'm a little worried about is Southern does like to shoot the three a little bit. They shoot it pretty well, and Texas State struggles defending it. But on the road, I don't see that as too big of an issue. I think Texas State will be able to play pretty solid defense overall at home. Like you said, haven't been at home for a long time against the D1 opponent. This is a get up spot for them. So yeah, give me Texas State minus the 2.5.
Retweet. Let's go. Duquesne's catching 14.5 at Boise. Over under 150.5 here. Who did Boise just play?
Just beat Butler on the road.
Butler on the road. Yeah, now you return home, and then they have St. Mary's on deck 4 days later. This is a brutal spot for Boise. Duquesne coming in just beats Stony Brook. They did go on the road. They played Villanova, do a 10-point game. I know Boise's looked pretty good. They beat Wichita, they beat Utah Valley, and Butler, but that St. Mary's game on deck is a big one. I'd be willing to take a stab with Duquesne in that 14.5 here. I know they're alternating wins and losses right now, so technically tomorrow will be a loss, which I think, but 14.5 is a lot of points for Boise coming off of that road win with the St. Mary's on deck. And it's not like they've had a week off. They've played 4 days ago, traveled back home, and then you got to travel again to go play St. Mary's. Tough spot. I think they kind of just go through the motions, win this game by 7 or 8. Give me Duquesne in the 14.5 here tomorrow. Let's go Dukes. Anybody?
Yeah, I guess I'll go. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't love this Duquesne team. I do want to ask, did anyone bet Texas State actually, or no?
Not yet.
I'll probably end up betting them.
I could be talked into betting them. I think it's a spot for them. But yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, this spot isn't great for Duquesne. They haven't really been west at all whatsoever. And then this is their first start of the road series. Yes, Boise State coming back home after a dominant win from Butler, but maybe that's just the thing that they needed potentially, especially for this defense. Now, I mean, going out west, that's not the best, but they can cover this. I know that they're a good team. I think I'll end up betting Texas State, and then I will take Boise State no bets, just because I think the travel spot's going to be tough, but I think Duquesne gets up against Nevada the following game.
Yeah, I like that as well. I'll be on Boise State. I just think it's a very tough spot for Duquesne travel-wise. The only time that they've left Pennsylvania this year so far, they played a neutral site game against Northeastern there in Ohio. Ended up losing that outright by 7. They traveled on the road to Villanova, lost that game by 10. But now we're going, clear West Coast. I like to think that, they played better in that second game against Nevada, like you said. It is a big number, so I'll probably lay off the bet of the 14.5, especially with the look ahead that Trevor mentioned with playing St. Mary's there in Idaho Falls on Sunday. But I think, Duquesne, their pace is going to be definitely slowed by Boise State's defense and just how slow of pace that Boise State plays. I think we're going to see, Boise State kind of shut them down offensively. So I could see them winning a slugfest. I'm not going to bet it, though. I will say one thing that I will be betting is I will be on that Boise State St. Mary's under there in the neutral Idaho Falls. It's it's at the hockey rink arena on Sunday, so that'll definitely be an under that I will be betting on Sunday.
Are they skating and playing basketball?
I hope. Even better for the under.
So Trevor's already given his cap. He's got the Badger messing up that farmer's corn stalks. Donald Trump, thumbs up, looks like, with that hairstyle. Man, Nebraska just shot lights out. I think that they just do that at home. I mean, and Creighton, not very impressive defensively at all in the last game, but Nebraska's been able to kind of continuously score. 86, 96, 105, 85, or 84, 86 against Kansas State, and they do it in big games. And they shot well, and they only put up 71. I think that this is a game that could very much so get in the 80s based off pace alone. We have Nebraska running at a fast pace, Wisconsin at an even faster pace sometimes too, and both teams efficient scorers. We've seen Wisconsin, this is their first true road game. And then they're semi away against BYU. They didn't do too well, but they've gone to neutrals, been okay. They need to do a get up spot at home. As much as I don't want to agree on a side here, I think that we see an soar over here. 156.5 is what we have here. It looks like the Rhythm likes it as well too. Over 156.5 in the Wisconsin-Nebraska game. They have this model predicted at 160.5. So we're going to go ahead and take that over here. They like that this is an over and in a slow win chance. And our Big Ten over worked tonight for Ohio State, Illinois as well too. Rhythm play of the day, 18-8 on the season. So continuously cashing. We've given out some under the hood views and some free plays from Rhythm. So go ahead and check them out as well too. And sign up with their 1 month promo code for PFP25. And I believe they also have a trial as well if you want to check them out. So make sure you go to Rhythm. And our Rhythm play of the day is over 156.5, Wisconsin, Nebraska. Trevor, double dipping with Wisconsin. Elliot, what are you doing here? Riding the over?
Yeah, that was my play all along, was the over in this game. I see that it's dropped 3 points, like you had mentioned. I just think that, Nebraska, they shot it okay against Creighton.
Yeah, they mean lights out. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, 37%, respectable. But compare, 50% from two. So definitely, they shot well in the 40s overall. But you look at, from the 3-point line, only 10 of 27. I think that they maybe shoot a little bit better there at home. Again, you got a Wisconsin defense that really struggles guarding the three. So I think that, in and of itself can relate to points. Wisconsin, as we've seen kind of throughout this year, they like to put up a shit ton of points, play at a fast pace. So I just think this game kind of screams points. I don't see this really as a defensive slugfest or anything like that. I guess, we could get the letdown spot of both teams just have a piss poor shooting night. So be it. I just think that more than likely, both teams are going to be able to put up a good number of points. And if I had to be on a side, I would choose Nebraska actually on the money line here. I think at home, we've seen them. They play a lot better at home. I think that their undefeated season and nation's longest win streak of 13 continues tomorrow. But I think it ends very badly on Saturday when they go to Illinois in kind of their first true road game of the season. But I'll back them at home here against Bucky.
Oh, they'll get freaking creamed. CSUN is laying 2.5. The Matadors trying to corral the Bulldogs. Fun fact about what that V was, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Fresno State catching points. Anyone love anything in this one? CSUN at home. Fresno State's off of 2 losses in a row, but I don't know. I feel like the 2 times I bet against Fresno State that they've lost, I've been arch nemesis, the Pepperdine game, and then can't remember the other one. But yeah, I'm looking at my stats now. 1-2 with Fresno State betting this season, or betting on or against Fresno State there. So, I'll I'll take CSUN. I think they get right at home. This isn't the Cal State Northridge team that we've known and loved. It's been a complete rebrand, but I don't love it. No bet for me. CSUN money line.
Yeah, CSUN.
They're much better. I agree with Jerry in the chat. They're much better. That's why I'm staying away from this one.
Yeah, first true road game for Fresno. I know it's just CSUN, but still, your different gym, sight lines, all that good stuff. Fresno has looked good this year. Maybe this is when you just dive into the stink with Fresno here, but they're coming in off of 2 losses, their first true road game here. And then CSUN at home. I mean, they've beaten Troy at home, took care of Bakersfield by 21, and then North Dakota they beat by 8 at home. So at home, they're at least winning with some margin. It's on the road where you really struggle. So I think Fresno struggles first true road game. Northridge back home off of the Irvine loss where they've played much better. Give me CSUN laying it here.
Yeah, I mean, Fresno did just they played that semi away game in Arkansas. It was in Little Rock, so I would consider that probably a road game in my opinion, just because they traveled all the way from California to Arkansas, played Arkansas in Arkansas. But I still think that I like CSUN here laying this short number. I like backing them at home. I think they're a decent program here in the Big West under Andy Newman's second year here or third year, I think, here at CSUN. So I think he's going to be able to get it done here against Fresno State. I will agree. I think, it's a little interesting that this line the way it is. Ken Palm has got this as a 2-point win for Fresno State, and we're seeing a 4-point swing with CSUN laying the 2.5. Give me CSUN. I'll Matador it up.
Word. Northridge up tomorrow. The final game on the board, Lamar, 19.5 catching at San Diego State. At what is this? The Viejas or whatever. Center over under 137.5. Yeah, they beat San Diego State, staying home. Just beat Utah Valley. Lamar coming off of Corpus Christi loss. That was 49 to 57. Gosh, 5 of 16 from 3. Only 11 turnovers. Not like they were turnover prone in that one, but Lamar overall, I mean, they've beaten the bad bad teams, and then the better teams. Oakland beat them by 15. TCU beat them by 13. Second game of the year, TCU is still feeling it out. I'll take San Diego State laying it. I just think Lamar is going to really struggle in this one to score. So I think even if the Aztecs score, 70, 75, I think they still cover this number. I really think Lamar struggles. So maybe a Lamar team total under also. But it'll be San Diego State laying it for me.
Elliot?
I'll take Lamar plus the points. I might end up betting on this under. Both teams have very solid defenses. Lamar's offense is absolutely atrocious. So I feel like San Diego State's going to kind of be able to shut them down kind of however they want in terms of defensively. They haven't played in a week. I'll be on the on Lamar plus the points. Defensive slugfest. I'm getting 20. Give me 19.5. I'll wait to bet it, see if it rises. If it does rise, maybe look at or maybe take Lamar. If it stays around the same number, possibly look at betting the under or a team total under for Lamar. Might be the way to go. Slow pace of play for both teams, and Lamar's offense is not good, and Aztecs should be able to just completely shut them down defensively.
Yeah, I'm going Kendrick Lamar here and taking plus 20, whatever, let it go up. I know San Diego State's defense is solid in the past, but this year that they've had times that they struggled, and even the games that they have clamped down, like Idaho State 57 points, Long Beach State 45, they haven't like ran away from them. I mean, Long Beach State, another story, but they haven't like ran away from those teams, even that they have been able to keep at under 65 or 70. I'll take Lamar here, let it climb as well. I think Lamar's pace and their defense could maybe travel here. This is a weird little spot for them, kind of going out to San Diego. They may be getting a quick buzz out there, so not my favorite bet, but give me Lamar. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. That's the slate. Over rhythm play of the day, like we just talked about. What the hell? Should we do a triple threat parlay?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Everyone pick one. We haven't done this in a while, so let's pick one. I'm gonna do
I'll start. I'll take Purdue minus 19.5.
I was just looking at that one. I'll take UNC Asheville plus 4.5.
Take Marshall money line.
Ooh.
Nice. Plus 569. Purdue minus 19.5. Asheville plus 4.5. Marshall money line plus 569.
Let's go. Tomorrow, check the link to see when we're live. Normally always around 10, 11 Eastern, in that range. Probably will be here tomorrow, but I'm probably going to be out Thursday. But we'll be back for redemption after a 23-31 Saturday to get right on a Friday night slate. Maybe I won't show up so fucked up, but hey, maybe I will. I'll get fucked up on the pump pod. So, yeah. You guys got any final thoughts here before we get out of here? Good day for the boys, betting wise.
5-5. Lost money. Shout out fucking UConn and Rhode Island and Villanova. Y'all fucked me hard tonight. All three losses by a grand total of 1.5 total points. So, fuck you all. But nope, hopefully tomorrow's better. We'll find out. Hasn't been too great for me this year so far. So hopefully tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow will be the day.
Good, real hot November for me. Like I think that I'm like I said, conference previews, but it's been a slow November, only up 1.5, or slow December, only up 1.5 units. But Trevor, shout out you. I was telling the origin story about our Florida Atlantic bet, and then that's kind of how we like met and stuff like that. But while you were gone, but you're the one that you and Elliot kind of got a little advice from Mac over there on TCE, like shooting at volume. 711 bets total for me. I'm gonna go to 711. Let's go so far this year. So we're gonna be hitting. Let's go for 3,000 bets this season. Let's go. DraftKings is gonna think I'm a bot or something for sure. I know a bookie would for damn sure. But yeah, thanks everyone.
What am I?
No, go ahead.
No, I'll tell you guys after.
Oh, okay. A little secret. We'll have to share the Pump Fake pod. We'll share the condensed version on tomorrow's episode. Appreciate you guys. Probably tomorrow live at like 11. It's only like a 10-game slate, so it'll be an easy episode. Appreciate everyone in the chat. These kids in finals, right? What, really? I mean, finals? Come on, just let a tutor take it for them. I appreciate everyone in the chat, all the people that donated money. TNB Appliance, thank you. And Kelly, appreciate you as well. And I appreciate everyone in the chat jumping. I mean, God, I can't even name them all. I used to be able to just like run through the chat, name them, but it's all of them. I mean, John Shadle, KK, Kelly, Hasty, Jerry, Juice. And Juice, very sorry about your loss. We'll be thinking of you and praying for your family. And Sonny sounded like an amazing, good boy. So, give me Warbucks. Appreciate you tuning in. One She, Dean, Benny. I mean, gosh, I can't even name them all. You guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go log in, tell all your family, tell all your friends. We're making billboards. I'm just kidding. That's our marketing. Word of mouth. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow. Let's go. Pump it up.
Yes, sir. Toodles, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.